Welcome. Welcome to this Pilates class. As you can hear, I lost my voice a little 2 days ago. So if you can't hear me properly, I am so sorry. But I will join you with every movement, so I hope you can follow. On my right side, I have a ball and a block that you can use during the class. And if you don't have a ball or a block, that I can imagine, you can also use a thick book or a cushion to make some of the exercises a little softer and others just a bit more challenging. Now let's drop our hands next to the hips and start rolling our shoulders a few times to the back. And then we're going to make those same circles the other way around, so from the back to the front. Now let's take a deep inhale, and then we're going to lift both of our shoulders up to the ears. And then while we exhale, we start releasing our shoulders all the way down. Now let's try that again. So we inhale, we lift them up, and we exhale, we release them. Now we're going to take both of our arms up, lift them, stretch out towards the sky. Now reach up and then soften your shoulders. We're going to drop our right arm and then start stretching our left arm over. So you reach over, you soften your shoulders. And we start to take a deep inhale, lift both of the arms up. And then while we exhale, we release our left arm, we start stretching our right arm over. Let's do that again. So we take a deep inhale, we lift both of our arms up. We soften our shoulders. This time we grab our wrist. And we're going to stretch over to one side and lift up the heel a little. So you lift it up, you start stretching a little further. And you release your heel back down. Let's lift up, stretch the other way around. So first you bring your left hand around your right wrist. You start bending to the side, lifting up your right heel, move over. And release the heel down. Inhale, take both arms up. While we exhale, we start releasing all the way forward, vertebrae for vertebrae. And you start dropping your chin down to your chest, and you start rolling your forehead towards your shins. You start dropping your belly over to your thighs. You start bending while you exhale. And on an inhale, you lift both of your sitting bones up. And we'll do that a few times in a row. So you bend both knees. And then you lift your sitting bones. Let's repeat that 2 more times. Once more. Then we keep those knees bending. You start rolling yourself up, vertebrae for vertebrae. Give yourself the time to lift. And we start taking both of our arms to the side, so on shoulder height. And we're going to make small circles. Now those circles are to tone our shoulders, our biceps, and our triceps. And we start making those same circles the other way around. Now make sure that your hips stay to the front. Now tuck your tailbone a bit more underneath you, so it makes it easier to lift up the pubic bone and pull the belly button in towards the spine. What we're going to do is we're going to move our upper body away from our lower body. So we start moving back, and then we switch to the other side. So from one side to another, keep your shoulders soft, but keep your upper body active. Keep your arms active. Do this a few more times. One side, slowly move back, switch. We'll do this once more to the right. Moving back to the middle, we'll do it to the left. And then we start taking both of our arms up to the sky. Now soften the shoulders again, drop your knees, and this time make sure that they're pointing at your big toe. Now let's see if we can bring all the weight over towards our toes. Lift up the heels. Press those toes down and then start rolling yourself forward, vertebrae for vertebrae. Lifting up our sitting bones. We're going to walk our hands all the way over to the top of our mat. So walk forward. Now spread your fingers wide. Start stepping your toes back. Move yourself into a plank. Now make sure that you lengthen your spine. Drop your tailbone. Push yourself up. Press your palms down. Press your fingertips down. Keep on breathing, very important. And then we start moving our right knee in towards the nose. And we move the right foot back and we switch. So we move our left knee in. Step it back. Let's do this again with the right. Move over to the left once more. And then we start releasing our knees. And we do that super slow for 4, 3, 2, 1. Tabletop pose. Hands right underneath our shoulders, knees underneath our hips. We start to take a deep inhale. We lift up the tailbone. We start releasing vertebrae for vertebrae. And you start rolling the back of the head all the way over to the top of the back. And we do the same all the way up. Just a few times to warm up that spine a little. And eventually we use our in-breath to lengthen. We start crossing our ankles and we're going to roll over. Now this is where the ball comes in. And if you don't have a ball, use a book or a cushion. We're going to bring it behind us, just for extra support. And I want you to lengthen your legs all the way forward. Drop your toes down. Now lift up the cheeks a little so our sitting bones drop a little deeper. And you can bring your fingertips next. Now let's see if we can lift up the right leg just a little bit. And then you move it back down. And we do the same with the left. So you lift it off. And we move it back. Let's try this the same with the right leg. So you lift it. And I only want you to move it to the side and slowly back. Now if you want, you can move your hands from the floor over to your hips. Another 4, 3, 2 more. And then we're going to switch to the other side. So you lift up your left leg. You move it sideways and slowly back. Let's try that again. Now what we use are our pelvic floor muscles and our lowest abdominals. But you also need to keep your back straight. So make sure that you keep pulling in the belly button, lengthening the spine. 2 more. Let's do that once more. And then you release the leg and you give it a shake. Now, we keep that ball, but this time we're going to move it in between the knees. And I want you to squeeze it. So you squeeze it like a lime. You press it in with both knees. Now press your feet down. Press your toes down. Start moving our shoulders down, lifting both of the arms up. Now take a deep inhale through the nose. And then while you exhale, you start moving yourself slightly back. Now take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, lift yourself up. Now to lift, we squeeze. Not just the knees, but also use those pelvic floor muscles. Let's try this again. So we inhale. We exhale. We start moving ourselves slightly back. Inhale. Exhale, lift yourself up. Let's do this again, but this time I want you to take your arms with. So you start moving back, we start lifting both of the arms up. So you start lengthening the upper body, and then you start rolling yourself up. Take your arms forward. Let's do that again. So we start moving ourselves back. We take both of our arms up, and we start lifting. Let's do this one more time. So start moving yourself back. Start taking the arms up. Keep the shoulders soft. Let's see if we can lift both of the feet up as well. It's all about balancing, using those core muscles, those powerhouse muscles. And then release your feet back down. We're going to roll ourselves back. We do that vertebrae for vertebrae. Keep squeezing the ball though. And then take both of your arms back. Now step your feet a little closer in. Start reaching back. Now let's see if we can take the arms up. Lift up the shoulders, press your feet down. roll yourself up, and start releasing yourself. Let's try that again. So we lift, and we move back. Two more. One more time, roll yourself up. Hold on, let's see if we can lift both of our feet up again. Keep balancing. This time, see if you can extend them. Hold on, keep squeezing, using those thigh muscles. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll back, remove the ball, and let's circle the knees over the belly. Small circles. Those circles are to relax the lower back, but at the same time to relax abdominals as well. And we start circling the other way around. We start dropping our feet. Now interlace your fingers. Move your hands over the back of the head. Make sure that your chin is away from our chest. Now first, we're going to do 20 straight up crunches. So your chin is away. Lift up, nose up to the ceiling. Exhale, move yourself down. Inhale. 19 more. So we're halfway there. Go ahead. Another 10. Another 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now that last one, I want you to keep yourself lifted and then start moving both of your feet off the floor. Small bits on top for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll your head down. Keep your legs in that 90-degree angle so your knees stay over the hips. We're going to point the toes. Release your shoulders down. Now start dropping your right toe slowly. Lift it back up. Let's do the same with the left. So one at a time. Now while you make that movement, make sure that your lower back stays towards the floor. So you want to keep that roundness. Now if you feel that it's quite a lot of pressure on the neck and the shoulders, you can lift your head up, and that's where the book or the block comes in. So you can lift your head up a little, makes it easier to round your lower back, makes it easier to drop your tailbone and your pelvis. For 4. And then we're going to add our upper body as well. So we're going to lift up our head, lift up our shoulders. Now while we drop the right foot, extend the left arm. Slowly move it back and then switch. So drop your left toes, extend your right arm, one at a time. Last 2. Last one. And then we keep our legs in a 90-degree angle. We keep those arms stretched. We take a deep inhale through the nose. And while we exhale, we're going to move our hands up and down. Small pumping movements. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Small movements up and down. 2 more rounds. Once more. And then we start releasing our head down, and we start dropping both of our knees to the right side of our mat, extending our left arm sideways. Warming up our bodies, we're going to do that same twist to the other side. And we're going to make our twist a bit more challenging this time. So we start moving back. Now, option one is to cross our hands over the chest, or you can also bring the ball on top. Now, press your feet together, press your knees together. Let's see if we can roll both of our knees to the right. Slowly move them back. See if you can keep your shoulders pointing towards the floor. Drop your knees to the left. So you move them from side to side, using your lower body, moving it away from your upper body. So it's actually the difference between the beginning of the class that we start using our upper body, moving it away from our lower body, and this is vice versa. We'll do this 2 more times. Once more. And then we'll start moving the ball in between the knee. Now relax your shoulders. Start pressing your knees in. Press the ball, squeeze it. Now bring your hands over the back of the head. See if you can start to move your whole upper body towards the ball or cushion. Start pressing it against the knee. Extend the other leg, slowly move it back, and then switch. Two more. Once. And then we start moving the ball to the side. I want you to grab the inside of the knees, roll over your back a few times. Rolling back and forth. We'll do that one more time. And then I want you to roll yourself up. Now see if you can keep yourself in balance. So start pressing your knees in a little closer, activating those pelvic floor muscles. See if you can extend both legs. Hold on for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. We're going to roll over, and we roll ourselves over to our hands and to our knees. So remember your setup. Spread your fingers wide, push your palms down, press your fingertips down into the floor. Now we use our straight abdominals and our side abdominals a lot, but now we're going to use our lower and middle part of the back more. So eventually it's all round and we've done our whole core, our whole powerhouse. Now we're going to extend our right leg behind us. We drop our toes. Now, something that happens quite naturally is that we start arching our lower back. Now let's see if we can lift up that belly button towards the spine and start activating those core muscles more. We start lifting up our right leg. So we lift it, not higher than the hip, and then you start moving it down. Let's do that again. So we lift it, and then we drop it. Perfect. Now let's do this for another 6. Two more. And then you keep that right leg lifted. And then you're going to extend your left arm to the front. You start releasing your fingertips and toes, super slow. And then you lift it back. And we do it again. So we start moving it down. Take your time. Lift it. One more. Then you bring your left hand back underneath your shoulder and you start dropping your right knee down. And let's give our hips a soft circle. Just a few times over the right, and we'll do the same over the left. Then we start moving ourselves back. So our hands move back underneath our shoulder and we start to extend our left leg behind. Now again, drop your tailbone, pull your belly button in, make sure that you start activating again. And we start stretching a right hand right away, or you keep your hand underneath your shoulder and you start lifting up that leg, up and down, just the leg. Now make sure that you don't overstretch your elbows too much. Try not to push it in. Another 3, 2, and then we start lifting up that right arm as well. Take it with. For another 4, 3, 2, give it one more, and then drop your hand, drop your knee. Then we're going to move the body weight a bit more forward. So I want you to drop your hips, lengthen. Now tuck your toes and see if you can lift yourself up into a plank. Push your heels away. Now how does it feel to bring our elbows underneath our shoulders and move ourselves into a low plank? And then we start releasing our bellies down. We keep our elbows underneath our shoulders. Now, if you look behind you, you can see that your feet are right in hip distance. Now, see if you can move them a little closer in. Now, press the top of the feet down, but keep your knees lifted. We start lifting up our right leg just a little. And then press your right foot down, and let's do the same with the left, so one at a time. We'll do that once more on the left. And then you start pressing both of your feet down. Now let's see if you can release your chin down to your chest and start opening up the arms. Now we're going to swim a little. So we're going to take our right arm forward, extend the left arm back. And then start moving those arms back sideways. Left arm comes forward, right arm moves back. Open. From one side to another. We're going to do this one more time. Then we're going to take our left arm forward as well. Now let's see if we can release both of the feet. Press the hips down, press your belly down, activate. So move your belly button in towards the spine. Keep holding on for 4, 3, 2, 1, release. We're going to do this again. Lift up the legs, take the arms off, and drop down. 2 more. Lift it. Release. One more time. Lift it up. And drop it down. Move your hands underneath your shoulders. Start moving your hips back. And press yourself all the way back so your cheeks move towards your heels and your nose moves towards the floor. And eventually you bend in child's pose. We start rolling ourselves up, hands and knees. We're going to roll over to our backs. And we're going to take our knees in. And let's circle. Massage that lower back. Massage those abdominals. We'll do the same the other way around. Now let's lift both of our legs up. We call this a restorative pose. So we bring our feet together and we bring our calves together. Maybe you can even close your thighs. Release your shoulders down. This takes the pressure off your lower back. And it's a really good one when you have any agony around that lower back part. But also if you had a very, very long day, tired legs, tired feet. And if you're close to a wall and it's taking a little too long, you can also bring your legs up against the wall. Now let's open up our arms a little further and start dropping both of the knees to the right side, twisting. We're going to take both of our legs up. We twist to the left. We take both of our legs up. We bring our hands over to the inside of the knees. We're going to roll ourselves a few times over the back. So from the back to the front, you massage your spine. And eventually you move yourself up. You come into a half bow pose. So start moving your knees in a little closer. And you lift up your feet halfway. So this becomes almost a 90-degree angle, maybe even fully. Now from there on, I want you to see if you can extend both of the legs, but keep your upper body just as straight. So make sure that you keep this activated, keep this long. And we start releasing our feet in 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll your nose towards the knees and come into a forward fold. So you start dropping your forehead down towards the shins and you start relaxing the top of the back. Doesn't mean that you have to completely fold forward, but that you do have the motion here from your lower back and your hips. And then you start rolling yourself up, vertebrae for vertebrae. And you start crossing your legs. We start taking a deep inhale, and we take both of our arms up. We lengthen our upper body. And then we exhale, we bring our hands in front of the heart. And we do it again. So we take a deep inhale, we take both of our arms up, we lengthen. We exhale, we bring our hands back. Let's do this once more. So we take both of our arms up. And then we exhale, we bring our hands back in front of the heart, and we start taking a moment. We take a moment to thank ourselves. We thank ourselves for taking the time to be here, for tuning in, for sharing our energy with the people around us, but most importantly, for sharing it with yourself, because it was you who took the time for your practice and for your presence. And I would like to thank you as well. So thank you so much for joining this class. And let's open up our arms and then give yourself that enormous hug, squeeze it a little, and enjoy. Thank you.